Does the latest Indiana Jones film belong in a museum, or should you be spending your hard-earned dollars in movie theaters? Stay tuned to This, That and Theology and find out. You're watching This, That and Theology, helping you apply your worldview in the world around you. The summer blockbuster movie season is in full swing, and in the last couple of weeks, we've seen the latest entry to one of the most popular movie franchises of all time, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Once again, we have Indiana Jones looking for some historical artifact that will have some impact on the world around us. Even though Indiana Jones is something of a skeptic, every time he goes after one of these artifacts, there's some sort of mystical property. This time, the Dial of Destiny has some control over time. We won't go into all the details here. I don't want you to be spoiled because I do think this is one of those films you should take your family to go see. With the exception of Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, the film series has always tried to balance an amount of action and adventure with storytelling that engages all ages. Indiana Jones himself is a college professor who is going into archaeological dig sites, sometimes going into graves where he really has no business going, trying to rescue historical artifacts. He finds these incredible items while fighting off history's greatest villain, the Nazis. Modern technology has allowed us to tell stories using actors' younger faces, so there are periods of time where you see a very young-ish looking Harrison Ford as Indiana Jones, although you never quite believe that it's actually him. As much as technology has advanced, we're still not quite there with some of these de-aging technologies in film. They do tell a story that is engaging and exciting. This is not a film that is on its face trying to say anything that's particularly significant. This is a Hollywood popcorn blockbuster film that is there simply for the pure enjoyment. However, because Indiana Jones is a character that has been with us for 4 decades, there is no way to look at this final film without seeing it in some sort of historical context. If nothing else, the historical context of one man and his journey. When we see Indiana, he is at the end of his career. He's getting ready to retire. He's looking at a life that's lived, and you can tell right from the beginning that he's not entirely happy with the way it's all ended. Seeing what's missing in his life, not counting the blessings that he has. Throughout the film, we see Indiana looking at parts of his life with regret, things he wishes that he could change. In fact, that is an overarching theme throughout the entire film. How can we change the things that we've done in the past? This messing with the timeline and looking for ways to fix the mistakes of our past is an ongoing theme throughout Hollywood this year, and it's there in full force here in Indiana Jones. Indy sees the life of his goddaughter, he sees the life of his son, he sees his marriage, he sees all of those as things that are filled with regret, things he wishes he could do better. And by the time we get to the end of the film, we do realize that there is a way to move forward even when you're at the end of your timeline. One of the things that struck me as I watched this film is while the movie is being made in 2023, and it's certainly trying to appeal to a wide range of audience members, much of the film seems like a throwback to those who grew up with Indiana Jones. This film seems to be geared more to those who are the same age and in the same life situation as Indiana himself. Most of the other characters aren't fully fleshed out, and so Indiana is absolutely the center of this film's story. Many of the throwbacks and references to previous films might be missed by many filmgoers if they haven't been avid fans of the series for their whole lives. One of the things the film does exceptionally well is quoting and referencing the previous films without directly quoting themes or ideas or lines, except for one at the very end, which is probably my favorite moment in the whole film. Here at This, That and Theology, we're not just about film content and whether it's appropriate for your family to see or not. It's about what worldview is being endorsed. Just like some of the other films from this season, there are a lot of times when they're asking the question, what if I could go back and change something? What if there's something that I could do that would alter my own history or perhaps the history of the entire world? Like Indiana Jones, we need to be at peace and comfortable with the fact that life has happened the way it's happened. God is still sovereign, no matter how our past may look and how we may not like the way we've behaved. In Psalm 139, God tells us that He knows our thoughts, our getting up and our sitting down. He knows the very number of our days. He knows us when we were created. He knows us when we are going to pass. In fact, throughout all of Scripture, there is an underlying message that says God is in control of your history, of your story. Not just what you've done in the past, but what you will do in the future. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny is not a film that's trying necessarily to say anything profound, but it is a great time of escapism and just fun entertainment. However, that being said, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny has a lot to say about understanding the passage of time and how life does change. We do go through different stages, and as we transition into those different stages, we can look back and say, no matter what has happened, we can trust God that He was sovereign in our past, in our present, and in our future. Thank you for watching This, That and Theology. If you've enjoyed this video, if you agree with it, even if you don't agree with it, be sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment below to let us know. If there's a film this summer you'd like us to review and we haven't done it already, go ahead and leave that in the comments below as well. We'd love to get your feedback as we're trying to grow our channel. Thank you for watching and have a great week.
But I've been looking for this all my life.